All right, and we are live. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No worries. So, can you start off with telling us who you are and a bit of what you do? I see you got a hoodie on there representing something. Can you?
Always, always, always. My name is Ingrid. I am a serial entrepreneur. I will sell it. If it can be sold, I will. I am the founder of a sorority called Roro Sigma, founded in 2020 with a sister company called Pink Panty Chronicles. I am also the owner of Ingrid's Intimate Accessory, an adult premier sex toy company. And I am also the owner of Loving Hands by Ingrid. It's a crochet company, and I crochet items from baby to adult man. So that's a few of those are my babies.
Nice. So, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you for one of those items or services, how would they get in touch with you?
I have Instagram for my adult toys. That's Ingrid's Intimate Accessories. It's just like you hear it, Ingrid's with an S, Intimate Accessories. Um, the crochet is loving underscore hands by Ingrid, and I'm just on Facebook, Ingrid Ray. You get everything under that one name.
Nice. Awesome. So let's get into a bit of your background. Do when you grew up, did you grow up middle class, poor, well off? How would you say you grew up?
I wouldn't say poor, and I wouldn't say middle class. It was 10 of us in our household. I
Ooh,
had six brothers and two sisters, and I mean, I'm sorry, vice versa. Two brothers, six sisters, and then it was my mom and dad. So my dad was a bus driver, and my mom worked for um, the Department of Motor Vehicles. So we had, we had the latest fads. We never went without, never had our lights and stuff cut off. So I wouldn't say poor, but I wouldn't say middle class either. We didn't all have cars.
right in between.
Right in between. But we didn't go
Okay. So did you grow up with all of your siblings in one household?
all in one
How was
house.
that?
I don't know how we made it looking back because it was actually a three-bedroom apartment. We had bunk beds
Mhm.
galore, but we all made it. We all grew up in one household.
Nice, nice. So, did you bicker with your siblings, or like
Oh
are you
yes,
on
yes.
the list of the siblings? Are you one of the youngest, one of the oldest?
I am the knee baby, so I am number 7 of 8. Me and my little sister Priscilla. Oh my God, we bickered because everybody thought that we were twins. They like still get us confused, or when they see us, they double take like double mint twins. But me and my sister growing up, we had a lot of bickering, but we're very, very close now. I love her to pieces.
That's amazing. So, did you say that? Would you say that you grew up with any struggles? Because you said you got everything that you pretty much wanted, but were there any struggles that you had to deal with? It didn't have to be in the household. It could have been at school or outside.
I had a lot of jealousy. When I was growing up, they had this thing. It was so silly because we were all shapely. My mom was shapely and it ran throughout the family. So a lot of the neighborhood guys, if you got to date a Lethbridge girl or a Ray girl, you was it. So a lot of didn't like us for that, because of our bodies. Back then, when you had like a big butt, it wasn't everybody had a big butt. Nowadays, everybody got a big butt. Back then it wasn't like that, and I've been shapely for as long as I could possibly remember. So struggled a lot of times. Girls didn't like me for that reason and because their boyfriends liked me.
Got you. Now, do you have any children?
Yes, I have two children. Corey is 41, and I have Christian. I think Christian is 25.
Okay, okay. So, was there anything that you instilled in them, that you learned from growing up? Or would you say that you went along with how you raised them? You did it kind of on your own wavelength?
My mom instilled in me. I tell her, like, the other day we were talking, and I said, I thank her because my birthday was Saturday. And I told her Saturday morning, I
Yeah.
said, Mama, thank you because you raised me to be so strong, a kick butt attitude, and to take a no for an answer. Um, Crocheting came from my mom when I was very young. She started me with that. And all of the things that she taught me, I tried to instill in my children. You know, you have children, you can try and instill it. Either they will accept it or they won't. But I
Mhm.
try to instill in them that they have to be their own people, and you got to hustle for you want what you want. Ain't nobody going to give you anything. You got to hustle. So that's what I tried to instill in my children. I want them to be strong, and I want them to be productive citizens. So that's what I try to instill in them.
Oh, that's amazing. So, if you were to tell your younger self, well, if you were to give your younger self some advice,
Girl,
yeah, what would you say?
uh, keep your credit good.
Mm.
That would be first and foremost. You could have money and not have credit, and you still have issues. First and foremost, keep your credit good. Having good credit will open doors for you that money may not open. So
Mm.
that's the first thing. And always believe in yourself. Stop second guessing. Go with your gut. But like, believe in yourself, and you are worthy. I'm
Right.
worthy. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of peace. All of that good
Indeed.
stuff, all of the positive affirmations, I'm worthy of.
Indeed, indeed. So, if what would your legacy be? What do you want your legacy
Wow. I should have got these questions ahead of time. Huh?
to
Um, I think that's why I work so hard, because when I leave here, I want my children, the things that I did, I want them to be able to say, my mom did. I'm taking over for my mom. She worked so hard to make sure that she left this for us. So I was talking to my boys. Me and my boys are very, very close. We have different relationships. Corey is more arty. He's like an Andy Warhol. He likes tie dyeing and stuff like that. So with Corey, we vibe on my crocheting.
Mhm.
So, and Corey is more, he understands the sex toy aspect of things. Christian is, Mom, you wilding. He you do what with that? He went with me to Vegas to one of the sex toy shows. He was like, yeah, they wilding. So I think I told Corey I'd like for him to take over that stuff, put somebody in place to keep my stuff going. And the other business I told, like my sorority, Christian is a numbers man. So I would like for him to take over that. So I'm trying to build an empire that when I'm no longer here, my kids have something to fall back on to take care of them for the rest of their lives so that they can pass it down to their children.
What is your ethnic background?
African American. Well, my grandmother was Cherokee Indian, but I think that's as far as it goes. I didn't do that test where you find out if you're 1%, 1% white and all that. But all I know is I can't trace my background back too far. I think it goes to my grandmother. Yeah, my grandmother. That's as far as I go back. And she was a Cherokee Indian, like long hair parted down the middle with the two braids and stuff. So basically, Cherokee Indian was mostly African American.
Right. And you are from where?
From New York. Whoop, whoop.
I heard it. New York.
I hate to even say it because once I say it, they say, yeah, I hear it. Yeah, we're from New York.
So, question, you're from New York, but I see you are not from New York. Is there a reason why?
Oh, my God. Yeah, 1,000. 1,000 reasons why. New York, I lived there all of my life until like 8 years ago. And it just got, I worked for the post office for 20 years. I was making good money and hustling and stuff, doing my thing. But in New York, it's so expensive. Like, expensive. I came down here and was paying $13.50 for rent, and I was like, "That's nothing for all of the amenities and all of the apartment I got in New York. It's crowded, it's dirty, and I had just had enough. I was ready to go. So finally made the move, and I'm glad I did. I go back and visit very often, but after a day or two, I'm ready to come back down to the quiet.
Quiet.
Yeah, quiet.
All right. So can you tell us a little more about your sisterhood that you had?
I was waiting for you to ask. Okay, so couple of years ago. It was during COVID. I was going to do a podcast and just, talk to ladies about their sexual experiences, what they like, what they didn't like, have some men on, different people on my podcast. And when I went to secure the radio station where I was supposed to do my podcast from, the guy came up with something totally different. I wasn't in agreement with it. So I came back home a little disappointed, but what it actually was it was delayed, not denied. So I was talking to my girlfriend and she was like, just do your toy parties on, Facebook. So I said, okay, but right at the same time, COVID hit. So I was like, oh my God. I didn't think that it would be a good idea, but it was amazing. It went from like 30 ladies to 4,000 ladies in a matter of weeks. So I think I was the only one outside at the post office mailing sex toys. And then after that, we had a meet and greet amidst COVID. We had our mask on and all the precautionary measures, and we had such an amazing time. All of the women that came, they felt like, because now they could put faces with names.
Mhm.
They felt like they came better than they left. And then another one of my sorority sisters was like, let's start a sorority. And I didn't have any idea what I was doing, how I was doing, but I said, I feel like it was an assignment from God, because once I put my mind to it, that was it. It went so smoothly. Our first induction, our first crossover was 2021, and we're on our fourth one. This August 2024, we will have our fourth of crossover. And it's just amazing that women from all walks of life can get together without being catty to support each other. And what makes me most proud is that some of these ladies didn't know each other prior to joining PPC or Rho Sigma, and they have built lifelong friendships. Now they are besties within the group, and they're going out together, and we attend each other's funerals for family members. It turned out better than I could have ever expected. I thank God every day for Jessica giving me this idea and for me being able to continue it, because we got some big things planned for 2024.
Nice, nice. So question. I've been to one of your events and
You see
I
my face?
I want you to tell people about this. So I'm at the event. I knew you, but I didn't know you. So I see this big jar full of money, and everybody that was going by was putting $20 bills in every time they took a picture with you. And I'm like, well, wait, what is that for? Is your birthday? What's going on? She was like, no, I charge $20 a picture. So can you tell us a little about this?
Well, it wasn't actually charging $20 a picture. It was donations to get my business started. It's like, how they do nowadays. When you open it up a business, you might do a business shower.
Mm-hmm.
That was just donations. If you believe in me, donate.
Listen, I thought that was one of the most brilliant ideas. I always talk about it. I'm like, yo, I need to figure out how I can get a jar and have people paying
Let me
me.
tell you, Shayna, I want to say I am so proud of you. Every time I see you, you're a mover and shaker. I love women that have an entrepreneurial spirit as I do. You know, from your comic book to your singing to your podcast, I am going to support you all the way. You are amazing, Black Girl Rock. You definitely are.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No
Okay,
worry.
so we're about to wrap up, but I do want you to leave the audience with some type of message.
For anybody, days, these days are trying, they're hard. Stay prayed up. God is the only answer. Um, I would suggest whatever you're going through, pray. God will see you through anything. There's nobody that can do anything more than God can. So stay prayed up. Give all your worries to God. He'll definitely take care of them. That's the biggest message I can spread to anybody because that's what I do. I used to be a worrier. I used to be stressing.
Mhm.
Give it to God, girl. He'll take care of
There you go. And can you remind everyone how they can reach you?
it. Okay, the best way to reach me, you can call me. I accept all phone calls unless you're a weirdo. Um, 302 500 9285. You can contact me through any of my businesses. You can do Facebook, Ingrid, INGRID, Ray, RAY. That's my Facebook handle. For Instagram is loving underscore hands by Ingrid, and then Ingrid's intimate accessories. I'm not even gonna spell it out. Figure it out. You got
All right. Thank you again for
it. Thank
joining,
you for having me.
and we will definitely link.
Definitely. I love you. Take care.
Same to you.